Did you know that your car might be snitching on you? That's right, those sleek, shiny electric vehicles are not just about saving the planet or reducing gas bills. They could be telling tales about your midnight snack runs, or even worse, documenting your less than stellar singing talents. Let's dive into the world where your car knows a bit too much. Have you ever wondered if your electric vehicle knows too much about you? Intriguing, isn't it? Today, we'll delve into this fascinating world where your car might know more about you than you'd like. Electric vehicles, the sleek, eco-friendly machines of the future, have taken the world by storm. They're not just about reducing carbon emissions or saving on fuel costs. They also come with a host of advanced features, such as GPS tracking, voice recognition, and even passenger monitoring systems. While these features certainly add a touch of the future to your everyday commute, they also raise some important questions about privacy. Imagine a world where your car logs everything from your favorite radio stations to your frequent destinations. Hello, drive-through. These smart cars can monitor speed, driving patterns, and yes, even who sits in the co-pilot seat. Recent privacy concerns surrounding electric vehicles have certainly raised concerns. Electric vehicles are equipped with AI systems that can record information about passengers in the co-pilot seat and their behaviors. For example, they can record who sat in the passenger seat and what they did in the car. These features are surprising, and some people even joke that this might significantly increase the divorce rate. Sure, GPS can save you from getting lost on your way to that new cafe across town. But think about this. It also means your car knows every time you skip work to hit the beach. Yikes. In today's interconnected world, data is king. From our smartphones to our smart homes, we are constantly generating and sharing data. Now, add electric vehicles to the mix. These high-tech machines are equipped with systems that collect a vast amount of data. They record driving patterns, track locations, monitor passenger behavior, and much more. It's like having a personal assistant on wheels, one that keeps tabs on everything you do. So what happens to all this data? Who has access to it? And more importantly, how is it being used? These are valid concerns. After all, information is power, and in the wrong hands, it can lead to serious privacy breaches. These privacy concerns are legitimate because modern electric vehicles are equipped with a wealth of technology that generates vast amounts of data. For example, vehicle remote monitoring systems, battery management software, GPS navigation systems, and other in-vehicle technologies can collect data about the vehicle and its passengers. This data may include personally identifiable information, such as the driver's location, driving route, behavioral habits, etc. But don't worry just yet. Manufacturers are well aware of these privacy concerns. They are taking measures to ensure your personal information stays private. This includes encrypting data, limiting the scope of data collection, and building stronger security safeguards. For instance, data encryption is a common practice in the tech world. It involves converting data into a code to prevent unauthorized access. Similarly, manufacturers are also limiting the data they collect. They only gather the information necessary for the functioning of the vehicle. And of course, strong security safeguards are in place to protect against data leaks and misuse. Old school rides might lack Bluetooth or GPS, but hey, they definitely keep your secrets better than a therapist. At what point does your car become a little too nosy? Maybe when it starts suggesting you visit a dietitian based on your drive-through habits. In the booming market of electric vehicles, privacy is a concern that can't be overlooked. In order to protect user privacy, manufacturers and relevant stakeholders need to strengthen data security and privacy protection measures for electric vehicles. This includes encrypting data, limiting the scope of data collection, and establishing stronger security safeguards to ensure that users' personal information is not misused or leaked. As these high-tech machines become a common sight on our roads, it's crucial that we stay informed about the data they collect and how it's being used. So next time you hop into your electric vehicle, remember it's not just a car, it's a data-generating machine. Be aware, stay informed, and always consider your privacy. After all, it's not just about driving green, it's also about driving smart. And remember, your privacy matters, even on the road. Electric vehicles today do more than just transport us from point A to B. They monitor, record, and sometimes gossip about their passengers. Imagine your car knowing more about your dating life than your best friend does. Scary, right? As we gaze into the crystal ball, we see more secure, more intelligent cars that respect our privacy. And hopefully, less likely to spill the beans on your whereabouts last Friday night. Now, let's bridge centuries and continents. The Yi-Jing, or Book of Changes, with its Hexagram 31, talks about influence and response. Not too different from how our modern vehicles interact with our behaviors. If the Yi-Jing were a tech consultant, it might say, handle with care, for what feels like influence might just turn into interference. A valuable lesson in handling private data, don't you think? The Yi-Jing states, Xian allows a gentleman to accept others with openness. This means that a gentleman should approach others with humility and empathy, thereby enabling a true understanding of and connection with the other party. The Yi-Jing's emphasis on mutual respect and subtle influence provides a philosophical foundation for considering the implications of privacy and technology. Jump to Europe, where Chinese EVs are as popular as a new season of Sherlock, but not without drama, tariffs and trade wars galore. In this clash of titans, understanding the cultural playbook, where Europe meets China, is as crucial as the cars themselves. It's like trying to dance tango on the Great Wall. With the ongoing tango of tariffs between Europe and China, your car's price might just see more ups and downs than your last roller coaster ride. Currently, European market demand for Chinese-made electric vehicles continues to grow, which may cause irreparable damage to European automakers. It's like a heavyweight bout, but with electric cars, Europe versus China. May the best market strategy win. In the Yi-Jing, the sequence begins with the creation of heaven and earth, and ends with the hexagrams Kan and Li, which are among the 4 primary hexagrams of the pre-heaven Bagua, representing a thorough understanding of the universal principles. The sequence continues with Xian and Heng, where Xian represents the intermingling of mountain and lake, and Heng the interaction of thunder and wind. These 2 opposing hexagrams, in the pre-heaven Bagua, correspond to the 4 corner hexagrams, Dui, Zhen, Zhen, and Shun. The final hexagrams, Ji and Wei-Ji, deal with the interplay and integration of water and fire. Thus, the latter part of the Yi-Jing primarily illustrates the principles of interaction. Xiang means interaction, and transactions, which are also the basis for universal success and social harmony. From the 31st hexagram, we can predict that exhibitions of electric vehicles will be bustling with crowds. In practice, Chinese electric vehicles need to pay a 10% tariff when imported into Europe, while European car manufacturers need to pay a 15% tariff when exported to China. Although the Chinese auto market's full-year sales in 2023 will still increase by 4.5%. According to the ACA report, global new car sales increased by nearly 10% in 2023, while EU new car sales increased by nearly 14% to 10.5 million vehicles. Sales of new battery electric vehicles also increased by 37%, with market share reaching 14.6%. The EU has begun a countervailing investigation into Chinese electric vehicles, which will result in the imposition of countervailing tariffs on Chinese electric vehicle imports. The European Commission has gathered enough evidence to support its claim that China is distorting the European car market by subsidizing its car makers. The EU may impose temporary tariffs on Chinese electric vehicles in July. Thanks for joining us today. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. If today's video tickled your fancy even a tad, do us a favor and give it a thumbs up. It's not just about inflating my ego, though that is a delightful bonus. It actually helps more folks find the video in the future. Neat, isn't it? I'm quite chuffed to keep this ball rolling and flood your screens with top-notch content that sparks a bit of joy and a whole lot of inspiration. Cheers for tuning in. Here's to your days being crammed with peace and your health being as robust as a British bulldog. Stay splendid.